like to say, push away the flames. These are consuming fire. So that's what's very important, you know. So we're gonna start out with Colossians 3:17 as always. And I just, you know, pray for unity and pray against those that cause division in their own way. Those that are trying to exalt themselves in the condition that we are in called hell. They better come back and realize that we're all we have. And the Most High going to use them as the ones that He's going to purge out in the kingdom, in the wilderness. They won't go to the kingdom. Because once, you know, you go up on the chariots, because you're alive, don't mean that you're going to make it to the kingdom. You got to make it to the kingdom. So when you're in the kingdom, you can say you made it. You haven't made it until we make it to the kingdom. He's going to use certain brothers and sisters to purge out within the wilderness. That's why you got to come back to the love for each other. That's a sacrifice that we make for someone else. That's love. You know what I mean? Not just about yourself, but about someone else. That's a relationship. Mashiach Yahushua came, He died for all of Israel. That ultimate sacrifice. If not, then why aren't people still sacrificing animals, and turtle doves, and pigeons, and so forth, you know? They're not doing it, so He's that ultimate sacrifice. In the spirit, the Most High has had it so that, you look at BC, before Mashiach Yahushua, AD, Anno Domini, year of our power, Mashiach Yahushua. That's a reality. Even if they don't believe in the Most High, they don't believe in the Mashiach Yahushua, they still got to come back with AD and BC. You know what I mean? They got to acknowledge Him one way or another, because that's how time is set up. And the Most High has the time that He's going to send them back to judge and make war on this earth and set up a righteous kingdom. Read that.
Colossians 3:17.
Come.
And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Right, so all that we do and say is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. And we give thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. That means in the name of the anointed Savior. Why we say that? Because St. John 14:6. St. John 14:6.
St. John 14, verse 6. Mashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Right. So we say He's the way to show us the truth, to lead to everlasting life. Say no man comes to the Father but by Him. Right? So jump up to verse 13.
St. John 14, verse 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua,
which is in the name of the anointed Savior, whatever we ask in the name of the anointed Savior, read.
That will I do.
That will He do. Why?
That the Father may be glorified in the Son.
That the Most High may be glorified in Him. Mashiach Yahushua. Go ahead.
If ye shall ask anything by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, I will do it.
He said, we ask anything by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. He already told us, no man comes to the Father but by Him. If we ask anything by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, say, I will do it. Go ahead.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So he said, if you love Him, keep His commandments. Do what He said. That the Most High could be glorified in the Son. When we follow these orders. And this is something that is nothing new. Where's the discrepancy against what He said when all they had was the law and the prophets? They didn't have a New Testament. You know what I mean? So now He's coming to give us understanding of what they had. Then you know that this is what they were doing already. So what, I mean, you got to look at, you reading the New Testament, so there's a discrepancy. That's why the Pharisees came up to Him and asked Him questions, and there would be a dispute or a discrepancy against what it is that they think He's going to say or what He said. You understand? Because all they had was a law and prophets. They would say, it is written, it has been said. He'll say, in your law it says this. You leaders of our people. He would tell them that. Ephesians 5 and 20. I like to, go over this so that people can understand, because there's so many people that's having their own little opinion of how everything is brought about and trying to bring about their own little doctrine and, talking about the elders, and they're off because you wasn't there. You don't really know all that was said. You know what I mean? You don't really know the days. We got 365 days in a year, and we were doing this 7 days a week, so all those days you missed out on. Most men missed out on if you're just coming into this truth. And women, they missed out on those days if you're just coming into this truth. 7 days of learning. Who's doing that now? Who has class 7 days a week? You see what I'm saying? That's how it was. That's a lot of information if you just want information that you missed, that you don't even know. So therefore, that's why he said this, read.
Ephesians 5 and 20. Giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High and the Father.
So that's how we're doing. I give thanks to the Most High and the Father always, man, continually. I have no problem with the truth. I have never had any problem with the truth. Nobody put a gun up to your head and say, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. You did it for the time period you was in to learn how to be a better person, how to get closer to the Most High, how to get closer to a Mashiach Yahushua, that we might have an opportunity to continue to have mercy and grace and have an opportunity to make it to the kingdom. The streets going to be paved in gold. The streets going to be paved in gold. How the houses going to be? You said, Mashiach Yahushua said this, in his father's house, in his father's house are many mansions. His house? You know what I mean? Come on, we can't even imagine it. We in a concrete jungle. You can't even imagine how the streets paved in gold. We walking on asphalt. Driving on asphalt, walking on cement. You know what I mean? We have no clue. Read that again, huh?
Ephesians 5 and 20. Giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High and the Father, Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua.
That's right, man. We give thanks to the Most High and the Father, Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua, all the time, because he's worthy to be praised continually. That's why we say hallelujah to the Most High, because without him, we wouldn't see this day. We wouldn't see this day at all. Wasn't for the Most High. And that's why I got to give him praise and glory for everything, because he's worthy to be praised for everything. Don't get it twisted. Get Psalm 68 and 20. Psalm 68 and 20. And welcome on the conference call. Can you hear okay on the conference call? All right, the water. Psalm 68 and 20. This is why we got to give praise to the Most High every day. Read.
Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation.
Yeah, he that's our power is the power of what?
Of salvation.
He's the power of salvation, which is power, which is an authority on this earth. Go ahead.
And unto the Most High the power belong the issues from death.
Yeah, to the Most High belong the issues from death. Huh? So this is what we got to look at. Unto the Most High belong the issues from death. So he allowed us to see this day. One day closer to the kingdom. Get Zephaniah 3 and 5. What people don't know, they really don't know the Most High. So the Most High is the one that determines death. Read that, Zephaniah 3 and 5.
Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just power, Most High, is in the midst thereof.
Yeah, the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, is in the midst thereof. Go ahead.
He would not do iniquity.
He will not do iniquity. He's not going to do anything in his mind that is wicked. Go ahead.
Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light.
Every morning do we determine what's going to happen on this earth. He brings his judgment to light. Read.
He faileth not.
He faileth not. If it's your time, for or whatever it is that he chooses for you to go through, every morning he decides just what's going to happen to you or to us. He faileth not in his judgment that he brings to light. Go ahead.
But the unjust knoweth no shame.
The unjust don't know no shame. Because they don't consider it. They don't consider it. Get Amos 3 and 6.
Amos 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yes, shall a trumpet be blown in the city as an alarm, and the people don't be afraid? Go ahead.
Shall there be an evil in a city?
Shall it be what?
An evil. Shall there be evil in a city?
Shall there be evil in the city? Go ahead.
And the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, hath not done it?
Yeah. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, have not done it? Isaiah 45 and 7.
Isaiah 45 verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, do all these things.
Right. Most High do all these things. Get Psalm 78 and 49. It's the Most High. It's the Most High doing these things. Like right now, look at the people that's going to lose limbs. It's 4th of July. People going to lose fingers and all the things that they're doing. And we shouldn't even be celebrating on 4th of July. We was enslaved in July 4th, 1776. What kind of independence do we have as a nation? We don't have nothing. Psalm 78 and 49.
Psalm 78 verse 49.
Come.
He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger.
The fierceness.
Salakia.
Read again.
He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble.
See, the Most High cast upon the Egyptians, when you read the whole chapter, he cast upon the Egyptians like he's going to cast upon the people that's in the world today. The fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by doing what?
By sending evil angels among them.
By sending evil angels among them. See, people don't understand that because they don't really know the power of the Most High. But when you understand how he operates, then it's like, whoa, it should make you be afraid of the Most High. Because he's no joke. I mean, this is something that you can't play with. Get Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. So evil angel, before you get that, make sure that you understand that, just to make sure that you understand evil angels. Sometimes say angels, sometimes we might say spirits. Get Psalms 104 and 4.
Psalm 104 verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits.
So sometimes it might say angels, sometimes it might say spirits. He maketh his angels spirits. His ministers a flaming fire. So he maketh his angel spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. You see? So it might say angel, it might say spirits. That's why we just read in Psalm 78 chapter where he called them angels. Evil angels. Said evil angels among the Egyptians. But they're evil spirits. Right? Now, when you go into the Apocrypha, it's Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. You have Apocrypha? Get a Apocrypha. Off the shelf. So, as I said, it either say angel or it say spirits. Either or. So now, this is on page 94. It says, is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Go ahead.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right. These are the spirits or the angels of the Most High that's created for vengeance. You have angels that's their purpose is vengeance and sore strokes. Read.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
So when it's time for destruction, these angels pour out their force. Go ahead.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
So they appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? Who made them? So let's see who made them. In Colossians 1:15.
Colossians 1, verse 15.
We'll get there. We'll read verse 14 first.
Colossians 1, verse 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
Right, so it's talking to Israel when you read Acts the 5th chapter, the 30th verse and the 31st verse. To let you know that we have redemption through Mashiach Yahushai's blood, even the forgiveness of sins. Go ahead.
Who is the image of the invisible power.
So Mashiach Yahushai is the image of the Most High, who is the Spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth, it says in John 4:22. So he's the image of the invisible power. Go ahead.
The firstborn of every creature.
He's the firstborn of every creature. The Most High made him, and then we're going to see what he did. Read.
For by him,
by Mashiach Yahushai, go ahead.
Were all things created.
All things created by Mashiach Yahushai, go ahead.
That are in heaven.
That are in heaven, go ahead.
And that are in earth.
That are in earth, go ahead.
Visible.
Visible.
And invisible.
So we make things visible that you can see and invisible things that you can't see. Okay? Go ahead.
Whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
Right. So all things were created by him and for him. So you see that? So he created all things. Everything was created by him and for him. Through the power of the Most High. Ephesians 3 and 9. Just so you understand how it was done. Ephesians 3 and 9. Ephesians 3 and 9.
Ephesians 3 verse 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery.
So a mystery is something that's unknown. Meaning everybody not going to know this, right?
Which from the beginning of the world had been hid in the Most High.
So from the beginning of the world it's been hid in the Most High. What has been hid, right?
Who created all things by Mashiach Yahushai.
So the Most High still created all things, as you said, but he created all things by Mashiach Yahushai. So your answer saying the Most High is not completely right. It's half right. Y'all see that? Because the Most High created all things by Mashiach Yahushai. So now let's go back to these spirits that he created for vengeance in Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right, so we understand who made these spirits, who made these angels.
Most High and Mashiach Yahushai.
Kind. Now, what are these spirits? I'm going to give you an example of these spirits. These are spirits, so these are angels that create this destruction. What do they create? Read.
Verse 29. Fire.
Fire. Go ahead.
And hail.
And hail coming from the sky. ahead.
And famine.
Food shortage, making sure that the food is not available. Like just like right now with all the strong winds that blew down the trees. I mean, like in Maryland and so certain places, they don't have any food. You know, it's pretty bad. No electricity, shut down, famine. Go ahead.
And death.
And death. These vengeance, the vengeance of the Most High, He used these angels and these spirits to cause death. Go ahead.
All these were created for vengeance.
All these are created for what?
Vengeance.
For vengeance. Go ahead.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Teeth of wild beasts. He used a wild beast to devour someone. Go ahead.
And scorpions.
Scorpions, the tail of a scorpion, stinging them. Go ahead.
Serpents.
Poisonous snakes. Go ahead.
And the sword.
The sword, the gun. Go ahead.
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing the wicked to destruction. So we don't know, you know what I mean? It's like people, we try to come with our own analysis of what happened, or this person was this way or that way. We don't really know what the power of the Most High is. We don't know why. Read.
They shall rejoice in His commandment.
See, the angels rejoice in His commandment. Here we are, you know, that's why He says, hold that, say the angels are rejoicing in His commandment, but here we are as a people on this earth. Get 1 John 5 and 3. Here we are as a people on earth. We saying you got to come back to the commandments. We all get all upset. Yet still, they'll tell you in a minute you got to follow the law of the land. But read that. 1 John 5 and 3.
1 John 5 verse 3. And every man that hath this hope.
No. 1 John 5 and 3.
Oh, Salaki. 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High.
This is the love of the Most High, read.
That we keep His commandments.
See, this is the love of the Most High. You love the Most High, you're going to keep His commandments. What I just told us in St. John 14:15. You love me, keep my commandments. This is the love of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, because He just asked us. He just told us, you love me, keep my commandments. So He says, for this is the love of the Most High. For this is the love of the Most High, that we what?
Keep His commandments.
That we keep His commandments. Go ahead.
And His commandments are not grievous.
His commandments are not grievous. So now, here we are as mortal men and women, and want to grieve or feel bad or feel sad about doing what's right according to the Most High. His commandments are not grievous. Look what it says about the angels on the left-hand side of the Most High, or the right, whichever one He chooses to be able to do His vengeance. Ecclesiastes 39 and 31. How do they feel?
Ecclesiastes 39 and 31. They shall rejoice in His commandments.
See, the angels and spirits are rejoicing in the commandments of the Most High. He give them a commandment, they rejoice to do it. Here we are. That's why I said this commandment's not supposed to be grievous. We're not supposed to feel bad about doing what's right. Go ahead.
And they shall be ready upon earth.
Where?
Upon earth.
So these spirits, where He made things what? Visible and invisible. And where they at?
Upon earth.
Upon earth. Read.
When need is.
Whenever they're needed. The Most High will rise up these spirits to accomplish His vengeance and His love. Go ahead.
And when their time is come.
And when their time is come. When their time is come, go ahead.
They shall not transgress His word.
They shall not transgress His word. Why? 2 Ezra 8:21. They're not gonna transgress His word, because of knowing who they have been given the commandment from. They understand this. They understand order. But the people now, they want to follow whatever they want to follow without order. But look, the angels are in order. The Most High loves order. 2 Ezra 8 and 21.
2 Ezra 8 verse 21. Whose throne is inestimable.
The Most High's power, rulership, and authority, that's the throne, is inestimable. It cannot be measured. Read.
Whose glory may not be comprehended.
His glory may not be comprehended. Go ahead.
Before whom the host of angels,
The army of angels that we just read about do what?
stand with trembling.
They stand with trembling. And we are mortal men, mortal women. So these angels stand with trembling. Read.
Whose service is conversing in wind and fire.
So the Most High's service, he have a conversation in wind and fire. That's why you see when the Holy Spirit came in Acts the 2nd chapter, it was a rushing wind and it was fire. Cloven tongues as fire, which was the word of the Most High. To a Mashiach Yahushai through the Spirit. I was speaking to the men that came from different places. Go ahead.
Whose word is true.
Whose word is true. Go ahead.
And sayings constant. Whose commandment is strong. And ordinance fearful.
Right, so that's what the angels know. Here we are reading a book to find out the little bit that the Most High will allow us to know of him. Because the Mashiach is going to take 1,000 years to show us. So, get first Samuel 2 and 6. This is why we have to be afraid of the Most High. You fear the Most High. When you fear the Most High, you'll want to do the right thing, and you won't want to be doing things that's wrong. And people, you'll look at people different. You know, they look at you. At least for me, as much as I know people trying to get you to do things or say something that's wrong or off. I said, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not dealing with that. In their own worlds, because you know, it's like, well, I'm held more accountable. And you too. Because here we are learning the truth. And those that do learn the truth, when they try and go off, you go off with them. That's like saying, okay, well, that's, you done took 50 steps forward, now you lost all that and went back 100 steps. You got to make up for the 50 and the 50. You know what I mean? That's where it is. Now people have you doing it, not even realizing it. Read that.
1 Samuel 2 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High and the Mashiach Yahushai kill it.
So the Most High, we read about, he kill it. Read.
And make it alive.
The Most High kill it and make it alive. Read.
He bring it down to the grave.
If he kill you, he bring you down to the grave. Read.
And bring it up.
And bringing those up from the ground. That's why it says we are made from the dust of the ground. That's where we come from, the dust of the ground. And where we go back to? The dust of the ground. Everybody go back to dust, right? Huh? Yeah. So now, get Deuteronomy 32 and 35. Just kind of going over little principles of the Most High. He's worthy to be praised. And hopefully we can look at this and get the fear of the Most High within us, because he is the one that's doing everything. Deuteronomy 32 and 35.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance.
He said, to me, to the Most High belongeth vengeance. Hold that, get Hebrews 10 and 30. See, the vengeance come from the Most High. Hebrews 10 and 30.
Hebrews 10, verse 30. For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me.
So we know who said that. That's the Most High. He said vengeance belongs unto him. Go ahead.
I will recompense.
You're going to recompense, going to pay you back for whatever it is you're doing wrong. Go ahead.
Say it, the Most High.
That's right. That's why we got to be in the Spirit and know what he's saying and follow his orders, his commandments. Go ahead, to the best of our ability. Go ahead.
And again, the Most High shall judge his people.
He's going to judge his people. Go ahead.
It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Most High.
You hear that? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. A fearful thing to fall into the hands of the most living power. So, he said, fear the Most High. But what does does this fearful thing mean? When you look at, you know, the fear of the Most High is beginning with wisdom, okay, you got a wisdom enough to know the proper application of how to be afraid of him. Because people try and bypass the word fear when they tell you that the angels are trembling before him. Right? Yeah. And here we are, mortal men, and thinking that we got a relationship with the Most High and don't fear him. That's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, the Most High. You better read the book of Job. You know, you better look at Mashiach Yahushua, what he went through. And all the prophets, all the apostles, they killed him. This ain't something that's peaches and cream. This is something that you work hard for, and there's a reward in the end. Because it's the Most High will. You know, we don't know. Go ahead.
Verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days, in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions.
Yeah. It says, call to remembrance the former days. And those that are just coming in, is that you know what you can expect. Because we that have been in, say, call to remembrance the former days, like he's telling them. Remember the days of the past in which after you were illuminated, once you start coming to the truth, you endured a great fight of afflictions. So you're going to be dipped in a fiery furnace of affliction. So who he loves, he chastens. So if you ain't been chastened, maybe you're a bastard. Because his sons, he gonna chasten his sons. We're going to go through some changes. Once you illuminate, you endure a great fight of affliction. Read.
Partly was ye were made a gazing stock.
He was made a gazing stock. People looking at us like we're crazy. Why you got them fringes on? Why you dressed like that? Why you looking like that? Go ahead.
Both by reproaches and afflictions.
Yeah, both by reproaches and afflictions. People talking about you. Sometimes brothers have to fight. All kind of madness. You know, disgracing us, talking about us. Go ahead.
And partly was ye become